Oh shit! Dun, dun, dun. What's the opposite of news music?
Anti-news.
Yeah, just like put the anti-news music here. And what's the opposite of the world? Like a black hole, just like a black hole spinning. Dun, 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 dun.
The inner space within all of us. That's the opposite of
When I
the
look
world.
into your eyes now, all I see is a black void. Hi, obviously we said we were going to do some news, but then we remembered that we're not the news, and then we felt too depressed and we just didn't do an episode for a week. So, hi.
Hey, yeah, and we realized that we fucking hate coronavirus.
Oh.
Like, I hate it in the sense of damn you for ruining the shit world that was already underway. But also, I think there's a certain degree of fatigue. It's like, hey, what's
A degree?
Yeah, what
is
do you
that
got?
degree 180 or maybe 360?
What are you doing today? What are you doing? Are you living in the fucked world where everything's shit and stuff and all people fucking talk about is the fucking thing that's fucking everything up? So we're not going to do it. We're having a corona-free episode. So I guess we're doing better than half the motherfuckers out there. Yeah, and we're going to talk about other stuff. Josie, you hate work and like to be frivolous and irresponsible with your time and fritter it away.
You know what? Like, just the hairs on the back of my neck stick out when you say things like that, because I'm just like, that's not work!
All she does is work. Just work like a crazy woman. All to keep me in the manner to which I am accustomed.
Accustomed.
So, keep me in the manner to which I am accustomed. Jumpsuit. So, money well spent. But in the tiny slivers of spare time, I hear you're one of them gamer girls. Not one of those fake ones who are just trying to get in with the
Do you
cool
remember
gamer
very
set.
early on in our relationship, you would call me to make me very upset a fake gamer girl and just antagonize me to the point where I would like pinch the backs of your arms?
See, what you probably don't understand because you're not a gamer is these experience points can be spent on leveling up your character.
Pretty sure I worked at an EV Games when we met, so I'm pretty sure that
You
makes me
did.
maximum gamer girl. Not only did I work at an EV Games, I had this exact hair. So
Professional gamer girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, again, it doesn't really form part of my identity because I'm not 17 anymore.
Because
but,
you're fucking busy to play games.
You
gotta make the
Here's
time.
the thing. When I play games now, I gotta think real fucking long and hard about the type of game I want to play. So am I gonna play
So you
through
get
something?
like maximum reward.
Yeah, maximum reward. However, obviously now it's Corona times, and I have fallen back on just playing like hours and hours and hours of Civ 5.
The grinders. Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
fallen back into the Age of Empires
Well,
3
because you
trap.
can play it together.
Yes.
Which
and
obviously,
I,
when you don't live with anybody else, you want to make some quality time with the people that you do live with.
I like to sit back to back with the woman I love and face in opposite directions, staring at large rectangles that have
Doing
maps
some,
of the
like-
world. Doing some resource
Strategic.
management. That's what we're doing. If you haven't played Civ, any of them, it's one of them gimmicks
Or
where
video
you're
games.
like, you're one of the peoples of the world, and just like in real life, the objective is to destroy every single other civilization and imprint your laws and beliefs upon them
Yeah.
with your
I like
fist,
to go
if necessary.
for a religious win. Like, I'm stridently sort of like anti-religious-ish.
Day by day,
Day by
Josie
day.
is yet to start a religious oligarchy. But as soon as she
In
starts playing
Civ,
Civ,
I'm like-
we're right into it.
All over it, because I feel like it gives you really great bonuses, and I think it's like beneficial, and I found like it's a quick way to winning.
Yep.
I don't want to go down like the science route or like any of the things I actually believe in. Like when it's Civ, I'm just like, it's kind of like how fundamentally I believe in being a good person, but in any game where you get to choose between good and evil, I will be so evil,
Yeah.
like so evil. That's is that wish fulfillment? Is that why we do that?
I think so. We'll get into some power and wish fulfillment later on. But I really enjoyed the sort of those sort of grindy games. Except I always fall into the terrible nightmare of decision making, where it's like, oh my god,
can't do that in the best
I
of
gotta
times.
produce a new thing, and if I build this, is it the right thing now? And how long will it mean? And will it mean 7 hours from now? Will I have the units that I want to be able to? And I do this with all my games. I do it with. I'm a fucking slave for the Total War Warhammer games because I'm
Which is
so
probably one of the
cool
sexiest
and have
sentence.
so much sex. Hi, when I'm not banging babes, I'm playing Warhammer. So I play the Total War game, which again is that sort of thing where it's like, oh, do I move my guys here? What are they doing? And I just add agonize over the choices. It's the same
this
with
is why
role-playing
we
games.
can't
I
play-
agonize.
We can't play those sorts of games there. Like, I don't know why Civ works. Honestly, I think Civ works because it's turn-based, and I just walk away and do other stuff in between while you're having your excruciating long turns.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
I
yes.
will be reading full, like, I could read a fucking book while I'm waiting for your
You
turn.
can't even play without multitasking. There's that. Well, that's what that says. Like me, I just slip into a slight coma in between turns.
No.
Next turn,
I listen to my masterclass at the same time, or I try to read some articles.
you're bettering yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Well, there's time in a game like that. Whereas, like, say that I tried to play, I'll put the full name here, but it's that Plague Tale. And I found it.
Plague Tale Innocence.
I wanted
thing.
to play it because it's like, it's a new text, it's like it's popular text, people like, that's a good game, and it is a good game, but it's also about plagues and disgusting rats. And I just feel like it's probably not the best game for me, like, right now. Like, I feel like it piques my anxiety in a way. Also, it's one of those, like, you've got to, like, get out of the line of sight of, like, a guy, and, like, I don't know how many of those sorts of, like, stealthy, mission-y type things, but, like, that is so fucking distressing. Like, that's what my nightmares are made of, where you're, like,
Sneaking
walking
around,
while someone is, like,
terrified of being caught.
yeah. Horrible.
I would like to see
Very distressing.
we're watching a lot of Mad Men at the moment, also as part of our strategy of not fucking doing anything during the pandemic. And you could totally make a game that's like, it's just a stealth game and it's Don Draper sneaking around trying to get caught for his rampant infidelity. But it's the same sort of thing.
you
it's
his
like,
wife? Like, are you
it's
paying
like,
for me?
you're his wife.
paying-
And so it's like Metal Gear Solid, but like an exclamation mark appears above Betty Draper's head when she's like, who is that?
What's going on?
Open this drawer.
Oh, it's a lady from work. I don't know what you're talking about. You're being ridiculous. And then you
Betty
sort of...
rummages through pockets.
And you've got like a drop-down menu of what gaslighty excuse
Yeah.
will I put there. You're being irrational. Yeah, that's it. Look,
Sips drink, doesn't say anything.
Look, honey, that woman's just a friend from work. You're very tired. You should lie down, have a Valium. Yeah.
Do you want to ask about his past? Oh no, I want to marry a man that I have no idea what his last name is. Like, it's fine. Why doesn't he have any friends or family? That's not weird.
It's like a quick time event where you're waggling the sticks and it's vibrating.
Betty,
and you try not to
Betty.
get caught. Oh, they're going to find out about my sham life. That'd be quite exciting. The game I'm playing a lot of at the moment is Maneater, which is
Man-eater.
it's like a GTA style thing where you're running around doing your thing.
You said it was
Dead.
GTA, but for sharks.
GTA Fish is what it is. It's an open world game where you're a shark. I played one of these
Open ocean.
based very loosely on the Jaws license years ago, called Jaws Unleashed, and it came.
I do think it's probably important to just give the context that you like. Of all the animals on ocean friends, you really like sharks.
Oh, I
Big
do.
shark fan. When I met you, you had like a book about sharks in your bookshelf, like one full of pictures, and I was like, who is he?
Well, I believe that
Oh god.
something fell over in the background. It's fine. I believe your shock was more related to the fact that you were now dating a man who owned books and didn't just look everything up on the internet.
Oh, no, that's
Because
not
the thing is,
true.
yeah, books with pictures.
Oh, I feel
and what's
that
that? A dictionary? Yeah, when I want to think of a word, I just
Okay,
Google
the
it.
dictionary was weird because you didn't have a phone that had internet at that point.
I
But
did not. I just screamed
I
at
don't
an
like the
analog
idea
phone.
that you are just making all millennials into people who don't know what books are. Like, obviously, we have books.
You were all, what is this? It's like a thing made out of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but they're huge and flappy. Like, what is this? And I'd be like, it's a book. We
Come
used
on.
this in the before times. I'm playing Maneater, and it's fucking
You love
wicked.
him.
Yes, you're swimming around, and you just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and the whole
I
thing's
thought you were eating
narrated.
humans, and that's like, is there any ethical, like, you know how in GTA you're supposed to kind of feel, I mean, your crimes are crimes.
There's,
Is there any ethical?
Well, there's no moral choice like you were talking about. It's purely power fulfillment, and I think it's pretty much on the side of the sharks. So you just eat people with reckless abandon, and it's narrated by Chris Parnell of Jerry and Cyril fame. So that's kind of cool too. But I'm enjoying that. I think in a life where the universe does whatever it can to pry whatever power and agency you have from your hands, a game that simulates the joy of devouring people, mashing them up with no consequences. That's what I could go for some more of right now.
You want to just have a little nibble?
So, that's it. We're pretty much just in the tiny gaps between spiraling wildly over what's happening in the world. We're just playing games and masturbating
Masturbating.
as much as possible. Is that working out for you?
Look, honestly, I have like a sort of an RSI situation going on, so I have to be careful about that. And because you're home all the time, I gotta sneak off and do it. I mean, obviously,
Oh, because I'm home all the
mutual
time, yeah.
masturbation is also a thing, but I'm talking about my private time.
This is my time. Yes, and everyone's so quick to talk about how this pandemic and the lockdowns have exacerbated suicide rates. But what about that crippling epidemic of RSI racing across Victoria at the moment?
Finger, like wet sponge finger.
Yeah, wet sponge finger, debilitating RSI,
Chafe. Yeah, chafe.
Yeah, it's all terrible. So
sometimes I get urinary tract infections.
Yeah.
From leaving my underpants on for too long.
You got to wash your hands.
You're supposed to have showers, honestly.
Yeah, but why bother? No one can tell how filthy you are on Zoom. So this is the life we lead now, and I think I demand Daniel Andrews and the Labor government organise some sort of public funding for the masturbation-related damage that's occurring. So,
pretty sure that's rolled up in mental health, right? Because it's something mentally wrong with us.
Not me.
$90 million. Some of that's going to come to sorting this out, right? Right?
I don't want to go back to the world. I'm not ready. I'm not doing it. Let's roll this out. If it's cool with you, we're going to do another week of pandemic, and then let's reassess and decide whether we burn down the house with us inside it, yeah? Yeah, all right. So to all of you, I say, continue washing your hands. Try not to spiral madly as you see the walls cave in around you because you're so sick of looking at them. And, we hope you're doing good.
Maybe masturbate, but just not too much.
Yep, but, if this video helps at all, I'm happy to undo a few of these buttons. Do what you gotta do. Use me. Use me! And, stay hydrated.